Alright guys, welcome to a brand new podcast. This is TRASSCAST, as we're gonna, I think, call it for now. I'm Wes. Next to me is Jess.
I'm Jess.
On the far corner in the Trass Productions hat is...
Josh.
And our newcomer is...
Oh, I say my name, Chrissy.
There you go. Yeah, see? Perfect. I mean, like...
Go with the flow.
You're just going with the flow here, basically. This is a brand new first-time episode. I mean, we got a first-time podcaster in the house. I mean... It's pretty exciting considering I've done like 50?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, man, like
You've been on many shows too.
I've done many things,
Not
man.
Not just ones in house.
Yeah, it's funny because like
we're not here to talk about that.
Oh, we could talk about it though. I mean, if it makes Chrissy feel better, we'll talk about how fucking horrible that.
How experienced you are, and I'm a virgin. No, that will not make me feel.
No, I'm talking about how horrible my last project I was involved with.
Well, no, not that. I was like sitting over here and like you started talking, and then I was like. I'm like, am I breathing too loud in the mic? I forgot, like, how to even do it. I forgot what the fuck I'm doing, dude.
I forgot how to podcast.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
It's okay because we're Trass, man. You know, and at the viewers at home, I mean, you know, basically Trass is... Go ahead, explain, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, just that filthy stuff that, you know, no one wants to admit that they like, but they really do like it. I mean, it's everywhere in the world, you know, it's like...
Passes the time.
I mean, it ranges from, like, R-rated to... G-rated. I mean, we've seen plenty of like children's shows. I mean, hell, there's probably podcasts on fucking YouTube that, besides this one, that are trash that people don't know about. I mean,
I think something that's really cool is like nowadays, like with TikTok, like every fucking video, like most videos you see, it's just trash. Dude.
Oh, it is. No matter,
and you're laughing at it. You're sitting there, you get entertained for like hours.
Yeah, no matter how. It's not even like the definition of like, oh, well, you think it's trash because of the quality. No, it's not always the quality. You could have like the nicest camera set up, but it's literally what you're doing or what you're filming that's just like, man, this is trash. Like,
yeah, those gritty, grainy ones are also really good.
Oh my god.
You know, like so, me and Chrissy, we wind down at night, you know, watching. You know, what you would call trash, but unofficially, you know. Nobody knows what that is.
I would say this, and I would say this to Chrissy. I bet you have watched trash all your life and never knew it.
Yeah.
I could safely say that.
Oh, yeah, she got something.
Everybody has.
Hey!
Wow, we got a little bit of a scrapple here.
No, that's unforeseen.
Willow! What the hell?
Damage. She took 50 damage.
Right? Like, hell. Like,
no, but
wrecking this podcast.
But back to the point you were saying, you know, Chrissy, you know, she says it all the time. There's movies that she had seen that were just like, what's one that you were talking about here recently? The one that you talked about when we were talking about, like, you know, the clowns from outer space. Like, you said there was another movie watching, it was just garbage. Like, what was it? It was a horror movie, but it was like a suspenseful movie. What was it that you had said?
That's the one I talked about.
No, you said you watched another one, which is garbage. Like, what, The Fog?
Yeah.
That movie sucked too, right?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be good, and it was just shitty. And that, you know, so like shit like that you've seen, and even like some Disney movies, some like, you know, children's movies.
Yeah, like that Elf Bowling?
Disney Descendants.
No, more like Ron Gone Wrong, even though I cry every time.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was definitely that. It was definitely memeable.
The ending was garbage.
Yeah.
So you're telling me a robot can't be recreated?
I knew this was going to come out of me.
A robot can't be recreated.
No, there's only one Ron, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it that way when the first watch through. I'm glad to be hearing this. I didn't mean to cut y'all off. Like, I didn't.
Oh, she has plenty of examples.
I didn't think about this.
She just didn't know. She has plenty of
Killer
examples.
Tomatoes?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah. As a child, it confused me. I was like, so this lady has a knife and the tomato just rolls off the floor and hits her on the ankle and she's dead? What?
At its best.
Yes, it is.
If we really want to get raunchy, I was watching Cinderella one time, went to my neighbor's house, came back. My dad was home alone. Come on now, Pornhub wasn't a thing back then.
Of course not.
And I pushed, and the VHS was out of the VHS was out of the player. And I'm like, all right, cool, push it back in.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, yeah.
Movie, yeah. I push it back in, and immediately what comes on screen is two chicks sucking an uncooked hot dog. And I was like, what the hell is this?
You were expecting fucking Cinderella, and you got two chicks with an uncooked hot dog. I mean,
and my mom was like,
and I can totally see this too, because exactly what she's saying. For those at home that, you know, maybe not growing up, you know, back then, you know, or you know, anywhere. Yeah, I see. You know, I'm over there.
Oh, it's out of view for them. So like, the people, they don't know, man. They're like, huh?
Yeah.
It's a brick of cheese, dude.
It is a brick of cheese, isn't it?
Yeah.
It sees us though, doesn't it?
I mean, imagine having.
I will get copies of my school plays and I will bring them.
That will be good watching.
I mean, that's another thing. I mean, this
I've
is
got
our
home videos too.
this is our first, thing getting back in the swing of things. I mean,
We'll tweak things. as we
Trass
go.
was basically kind of fizzled out, and thank God it's
Typically-
being resurrected today.
Yeah.
It typically tends to be like a winter months type thing.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was more like we just had shit going on. We've used that one before, so
Yeah,
if
you're
anybody's
fine.
already listened before, you'll hear that excuse again. But I mean, truly though, when
They ask
you're
you
an
how you are,
adult,
and you just
don't
have to say that
always
you're
just
fine
think
when you're
stuff
not
doesn't
really
always line
fine,
up,
but you
so
just
then,
can't get into
so
it
we
because
tried
they
to
would
get
never
one back in.
understand.
Now we are back, so hopefully we can expect more shitty content and shitty
Exactly.
In a
And
good way.
I mean, this is a way for us to upload it too, because we really can't upload to like Spotify or fucking SoundCloud or anything like that right now because we don't have a fucking RSS feed, and it
You gotta
kind
pay
of
for that.
yeah, you gotta pay for it, which I wouldn't mind, but right now,
we
all
would pay to put this out. We would. That's
yeah, we would pay to put it out if we were financially able to.
Yeah.
Yes, we would pay to put it out. But I can tell you
How
though,
much is it for Spotify specifically? I'm a Spotify.
it ain't really like
You don't have to
Spotify,
pay. You don't have to pay for like Spotify. You have to pay for the RSS feed,
which is
and
just basically like a piece of code that like, has your
it codes your show
and
and holds it in one.
I think it's like
place.
anywhere from like $10 to $15.
Yeah.
Because of my last project, we won't have to go into name and details and stuff because
No, you
if
don't
this
have to
person
name-
probably will
name-
come across
yeah.
it, and he'll probably be upset because he'll be like, "What happened to season 2? I thought we got to finish season 1 or whatever." I'm like, "Look, dude, I've told you I've been busy and stuff, and I have like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
and also I just got tired of being a part of it. It's like." You can't make it happen like with me. I'll say that as nice as I could be about it. The whole project wasn't going to work out because the chemistry just wasn't there. It was
Yeah.
like you had nobody else, and it was like a forced deal. It's like a bad relationship.
Yeah, but this wasn't like a thing where like you.
Yeah.
This wasn't a thing where like you hung out all the time outside of that.
No.
Like for us, like we're all comfortable with each other. Like
and we've done multiple
yeah.
projects together.
Like I get shirtless around you guys all the time, like in the pool. So like I haven't seen the other person you're talking about get shirtless at the pool with you. You know what I mean? Like
no, but I have seen him get shirtless.
So it's like the Bowling for
Ugh.
Soup song, I've seen your penis, you've seen mine.
yes.
So we can do podcasts all the time.
Well, we've not seen your penises because you females don't have
a
penises.
penis,
You
but
don't
if I
have
did, it'd be
peni.
huge.
But yeah, it would be huge, big dick energy. But anyway, so like
That's true.
like where Chrissy, we don't want to force her to do it, but it would be cool if she vibes. But like we all vibe already, so like why wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
But with that, I feel like that was the issue. Like there wasn't a vibe fest going
There
on.
wasn't a vibe, and here's the thing too. Like, all right, let's take this first episode we're doing. All right, even with Chrissy, I mean, that was a joke, by the way, but still, like, even her.
There's a joke there. Sorry to knock you.
No, there really wasn't, but I pulled one out to make, But the point being, though, is we're having so much fun with this, and, like, we're doing it this way. Like, okay, we're kind of spur of the moment, even, kind of mentioning stuff that we're going to be doing. There'd be a problem if, like, we're 3 or 4 podcasts in, and we're saying literally the same shit. Like,
Yeah.
verbatim. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like talking about, like, oh, we're talking about the same project because we're still working on that said project. No, it's like, yeah, we're going to talk about video games and music, and it's like, I'm just going to tell you the exact same thing I said in the last podcast. And then it's like, you got me, and I'm like, I'm just wanting to die. I mean, I know the viewers can't really see it, but if they could hear it, though, it would just
hear
be
your
like...
death in your voice, yes.
The death, yes.
You were
and it's-
drained.
I was, dude. Okay, I'll tell you this. I did a Halloween special, and it was the first and last Halloween special I ever do with that person. Like, it almost made me want to never theme podcast episodes again if I want to
don't think
podcast.
I've heard about this.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't heard
God.
this.
Oh, fuck.
Jessica's already.
I mean, were you guys dressed up or what? Were you guys like
no,
in costume?
we weren't in costume.
Oh, fuck.
That was the plan.
Jess, can you, on your phone, use the technology and, like, share that to him, to his phone?
Yeah.
But like send that episode. Is
Yeah,
that
you
what-
can send that episode, yeah. And
Okay.
you'll find everything on that we did.
Well, now I was talking to Christy about this the other day about the different things that we used to do, and I feel like I honestly, in my opinion, I would really like to see some cryptids back again. I like that.
No,
That was
thank you,
good.
man. Thank you.
And I also liked her conspiracy corner, Granny's conspiracy corner. I like that.
Thank you.
I think that's something that Chrissy would like do well in too, because like it's like murder porn, right? We like the murder porn.
Mm-hmm.
We like the.
That was a weird wording.
I cried at my very first true crime documentary the other day. It broke my heart.
Can you tell me what it was?
Yeah, I Just Killed My Dad on Netflix. It broke me.
What's it about? And if you say about someone killing their dad, I'm walking.
Well, it's about this young guy that kills his dad.
It's on Netflix. That's all you need to know.
The title, okay.
That's all you need to know.
The title?
What was the? Because I was also talking about another one about. Fuck! I was telling her about a documentary that we had watched, and I just can't remember because it's been so long ago, and it was like
a true crime doc.
Yeah, it was like a murder porn thing. Fuck, what was it?
Oh, was it Good Night Sugar Babe?
I don't think I told her about that.
Good
But
night,
that one's
Sugar
fucked
Babe.
up. Oh yeah, the episode exists somewhere out there that we recorded, and that was a good one.
That's another thing we ought to do. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it ain't gonna be probably as. It's not like it's gonna be much worse than what we're doing now. What we could do is take those old files and just upload them to YouTube, and then just put like a fucking cover thing on it, and that way
Yeah.
be like, look,
Lost
you know,
episodes or something.
yeah, like
Yeah.
non all of us, because regardless of what the angle looks like now for the viewers at home, post edit and all that other shit.
Yeah, it's not.
We do
first time.
eventually plan on bolstering up, but hey, it's a
This is the
process.
start.
We're not fucking already established YouTubers making a podcast, okay? We'll just put it at that way.
We're broke.
Okay, we're broke motherfuckers that
Broke
want
is
to film.
incorrect. Poor. Poor.
If you guys want to donate money, there's no place to do it, but we'd really love that. Hey, drop a like.
We'll give out our addresses. We don't care anymore.
Amity was like yesterday. She was like, she had her phone and she was like on there watching something. She's like, Sam, like I guess it was like some like character like they said put Sam down in the comments, so I put a like, I put some emojis. I was like, you're not
That was
doing it.
last weekend. And what about whenever she was like, I put an emoji plant and then something else to show that he's got, he's really big in the YouTube world. And I was like,
Innocent Trass.
so great.
Children do it.
Bless
Children are
her.
doing it. I think children are the specialists on it because they just say what they want, and so like they're Trass masters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Trash starts at a young age for all
I
of
mean,
us.
shit, dude. I mean, if it wasn't so tacky to record children and like have videos of them, you could get some good shit with that.
I mean,
They just say
some
shit,
do
man.
it though.
Well, yeah, and
I
they.
mean, I don't think it's tacky.
Have you
at all.
heard
I
of
just-
fucking?
I think
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it matters who's around you. Like her mom wouldn't care. She'd probably be like, yeah, cool. Chad, on the other hand, would
Chet. We'll call him Chet.
I love it. Oh, Chet.
Chetsy?
my ass would be grass because it'd be like it'd be.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was.
So like that's something else like I was like concerned about with some other stuff in regards to like your ideas. I was like, if I put my kids on the interwebs aside from the face slam,
I just think that I think that deep down inside, like I knew him as like a person.
I thought I knew him deep down
and
inside too.
I was his friend, right? And like he watched like shit like South Park and shit like that. But then now he's just all, oh, I'm serious. But like he's got the Trass in him. It's in there, dude. There's no way.
Trass is in every.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say this: if I was to use your kids in a film, like it would not be like any way. Like it would be well enough that your kids could watch that whole film because it's like I'm not going to put your kid in an R-rated movie.
They love the Fresca files.
Like
Cooper. especially.
that's basically my filming. I mean, we've talked about it before too.
No,
we can
dude,
talk
if
about
we-
it now.
If
Like
we put them in something, we're gonna burn them with clothes hangers, and we're gonna fucking beat them with an extension cord after we put it in the oven.
We're gonna starve
Like that's what we're
him.
gonna do. Yeah.
yeah, of course. I mean, that's what Chet wants us to do.
Yeah.
But realistically, we're not because
Like Cooper hounded because obviously watched the Fresca files, and then Josh was like, we have a pizza one, and for like weeks he was like, I want to see it, give it to me, let me see it, and it was just like, okay.
Now the pizza one, I really do like that one.
I do too. I watched it again.
We should. I don't know if that
last
one's
week.
uploaded over there. Is it?
It's on
I think it is.
Facebook.
no, it's only on Facebook.
We need to take
Yeah.
it from Facebook to
YouTube, yeah. We
right?
need to, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like all this stuff, we need to just like post.
And we need to figure out how to get to the channel like easier because I couldn't find that shit yesterday. I was trying to find it so I could show Cooper again.
really.
Yeah, and I had
What,
a
like
hell
the
of a time.
YouTube channel?
Yeah,
Yeah, he could find it on his phone, but not the laptop. It was.
Yeah, I was like searching,
But
dude.
there
I
is
couldn't
like
find it.
the Trass family, which is not y'all. Obviously, it's literally someone I guess with the last name.
Somebody taking our trash?
I think it's more. Of
How many
they have
subs
the
they
last
got?
name of Trass.
What?
Like on that one view, it was like 12K views. It was ridiculous.
Son of a bitch!
They've taken it and they have ran.
We're gonna start fucking climbing up. They're gonna be like, copyright strike.
I said no. Productions, Trass Productions.
Yeah, they're Trass. They're the Trass.
I mean, I don't.
And then, hey, and you know what else came up was like fucking those garbage trucks that like compact stuff. It was like as a channel. I'm like, what?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
We've been watching a dude clean carpets.
Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of little
It's
carpet
very
ASMR.
The fuck, dude?
Yeah, it is a little relaxing.
We watched it before y'all came over. Yeah.
Y'all just
I'm
like,
like-
getting in the
he's-
mood or what?
I'm
Like,
with you on this one, man. I'm looking up. I'm trying to look up that. I can't.
He's got this machine thing that he calls Dirt Reynolds. And then he's got another one. He's got another one that he calls R2 Clean 2. Wasn't that it?
they're
Yeah.
trying to suppress us, Wes.
They are trying to suppress us.
Charlie!
They're trying to suppress us, and that's not.
I don't know. Maybe you need to look at your.
I'm not dumb.
Look, we need to look at the.
We need to get down to the logistics of the matter.
Yeah, actually go into that.
Yeah, and see what
Yeah.
what hashtags.
check the
what you
shit.
can find
Yeah.
it with.
Yeah, check. The
I
shit.
don't know shit about shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll do that off camera.
Anyway, sorry, that was a long side note. Anyways, back to what you were saying.
No, you're good. I totally.
We're doing good, though.
Totally
I mean,
missed out on what we were saying.
It feels like we've been talking for longer, but I mean, we've only been talking for 16 minutes.
Damn, that ain't bad at all.
So nice.
Pee-pee, what fucking.
Charlie.
So 16 minutes in, how you feeling, Chrissy? You haven't like.
I feel a little less stressed now that everyone's not like.
Well, we all nervous, man. It's like it's.
Dude,
kind of.
I was gonna say like the first time when we had like the shittiest mics.
Yeah. I think I will have to,
mean-
we still have those somewhere in here, right?
Yeah,
We'll
we
have to
do.
show her. I told her like we were like using squares, like little squares.
We're
and
using
stuff.
like $20 mics. I mean, like they
quality
were
was
janky.
lacking.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh, what, our old mics?
Yeah,
Yeah,
quality was
How the hell
lacking.
did you get up here?
but yeah, like the first time we would do it and stuff. Like,
Give me a cigarette.
what was it?
Hit
Movie
that.
time with Josh.
I know. I witnessed it and I thought it was cute.
I just seen like the corner, like that pass.
Wasn't that it? Wasn't our first venture movie time?
Yeah, it's where
Yeah, it was.
Man.
Is that Facebook page still available, or do you guys just block me from it?
I never knew that we blocked you. I know. I'm like, huh?
I'm like, what? We
I know. I was just
blocked
processing like
you?
first.
We don't
had a-
block people.
Yeah, we don't block.
No, we never
ain't
blocked
blocking
anybody on
Find
our.
it is in my likes, but whenever I go to it, it's just like page
No,
unavailable.
we've
Or
never-
it's like gone.
Well, we've
And
never
I'm
blocked
like, what?
anybody.
I
I'm
think you
confused.
handled the Facebook pages mostly, so
Oh.
that would be on you, sir.
I see you.
I'm the editor.
Like having
I
like
edit things.
like
That's what I'm
having-
good at.
Look,
I'm just looking at you intensely. And
like,
you're like, oh,
having
look at the camera.
no having the camera on. Like if you were to hear just audio, you wouldn't know. But like like in the video, you seen like the death glare. Like
You
huh?
seen it?
Oh, you did it.
So you's the little bitch. Even though when I blocked you, you were like,
I don't look. I've tried to check. I've tried to make it right. I don't know. Facebook. They're trying to suppress me and block me out from people's
it's
lives.
meta.
I haven't checked
It's
in a
the
while.
meta.
I haven't checked in a while, but I do know that Facebook won't let me see your pictures, and I know it has something to do with you. And I'm very bad at. I'm
Well,
very
look-
mad at Mr. fucking Zuckerberg.
Well, look.
I just want to be able to like look at your cute pictures when you were like a teenager and like.
Well, everyone else after this comes out and they start seeing, you know, and I'm the hunk of the podcast, they're gonna want to look at that too. So hopefully they're not blocked. Anyways, look, look. When I turned on the Oculus earlier, the Meta thing came up, the Meta symbol. So like it went from Facebook, so now Meta has it. So like they're they're coming into your living room.
That's why they want
on
you
your
to control
TV.
stuff with your hands.
They're getting my fingerprints, dude.
Yeah.
You're just gonna chill here, aren't you?
Yeah. Sorry. Wes,
Taking
what's
your
up?
entire data. No, you're good, man. I was just listening to y'all
They're
talk. dude.
recording. They're probably recording everything we fight about. Everything like they know like how to get to me. If they got me prisoner and they took me in, they
I
would
just,
know
I just
exactly
wonder
how
why
to
they
get
got
to
to
me.
oppress you. I mean, if they got all this stuff to spy on us with, why can't they help promote us?
And you have
You know-
ALEXA too.
You know, like
I'd
I'm a
say
little
my name, but
upset
we
that
got
like, you know, my FBI agent is not like, you know, sent me a fucking follow on Insta. You know, like I feel a little upset about that. I feel like they're probably not even gonna watch this to watch it. I mean, are you gonna hit the like and subscribe button? No, you're just gonna fucking watch it to make sure I'm not saying any stupid shit or gonna do any stupid shit. But guess what? I'm not.
Oh, he's fine. He gets a pass.
I can get Amity on here and we can get at least one like and one follow.
I mean,
Amity. Drop a like down at the bottom.
I mean,
Oh, I
let's,
thought you were talking
let's get some
pedophiles. I was
fucking
like,
like
yeah,
hate
pedophiles.
views.
There's a lot of them in the world.
But yeah, I mean, this is just something for us to kind of have a podcast for because, we're not just a podcast. We're a production company. Like, we're working on like we were just talking about, like the Fresca files and stuff. And you know, hopefully
there's more coming.
You know, when you're able to find this, you will find the Fresca files. You know?
I think the Fresca files is high quality.
I will say
honestly.
that the first
I
time
watched
you
it the other day. It was
sent
pretty
me that,
nice.
We were not
Yeah.
friends. It was like what? When was that video recorded?
It was
What
2
year?
years ago, 2020.
Are you
Yeah, I can look it up real
It was
quick.
in the midst of the pandemic.
It was
Wow, that
June
seems- it was
2020.
Yep.
Pretty sure is the date.
That seems so not right, but I mean, obviously it is. but
No,
I'm saying,
wait,
like,
May 2020.
I'll tell you in just a second because
Have a
I'm
good
subscribed to
expectancy.
TP.
Everyone should be.
I remember him sending that to me. We weren't friends, but like, you know, he would always message me because, you know, he was in love with me. But he would always you
Got
know,
him.
he sent it to me. He was like, yeah, you know, we kind of been doing this. And I remember watching it. I didn't think it was dumb or anything, but it was like back then, because I'd been separated from like Josh for so long. It was like you guys had like an inside joke that like I didn't understand. So I was like, it's not that I didn't find it funny, but I was like,
We have 5 subs.
yeah, I was just like, I didn't. It was like an
102
inside joke.
views.
I was like, it was like an inside joke that I didn't really get. But now that my kid likes it, especially, and then like, it's,
And you know us better.
yeah, and like I've watched it at least a dozen times, I guess, because Cooper, again, he really.
I'll
loves
watch.
it.
That
He
just
like
warms my
wears
heart, dude.
more.
I'll watch those on my that we saved on my laptop. I didn't get the views on I'm not the views that have been watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, like
It's not me.
at least one of those is mine. Maybe 2 of them is mine. But like, it's just weird because like now, of course, obviously, I'm like, okay, I'm like, that's
It was May 24th, 2020.
Yeah, May.
wow, super close to my birthday. Ironic.
Well, we're supposed to give you a shout out in the Fresca video. What the fuck, bro?
It was just funny. But yeah, so like I remember you sending me that. I don't know when you sent it to me. I guess it was July or August. It had been a couple months because I don't think it was like within, you know, because
He's just like his mom.
I remember when he was dating his second to last girlfriend that he had before me.
I mean, they all just kind of run together at this point for me.
Yeah. Well,
I
when he
get
was-
around.
When he was
Tell you
dating his second
around.
to last, not the last one before me, but the one before that. He was like, "Oh, I changed up my hair." I'm like, "I just really want you to see." And then he never sent me the picture of his hair. He just really wanted to talk to me, and I'm like, "Where's the picture of your dumb hair you've changed?"
I was probably drunk as fuck. I don't know.
Like it was.
He probably said he's gonna do it. Like he said, he's probably drunk as
You
fuck.
were
Said
in
he's
a
gonna do it,
bad
and then
place,
just like
sir.
never did it.
Like it was just like weird because he was like, "Oh, you know, like, you're just so honest and open, and like I just, you know, I like your opinion because like, you know." Blah. I'm like, okay, and then we started talking. So I was like, that was like right after my apartment burned down, and I was staying with my friend David, and
You want to talk about something that like relates you to this whole thing with Trass? Like that was your apartment burning down was Trass.
I messaged Josh. I went out of my hibernation of hating him
Damn.
and messaged him because I was so stressed out in that moment because I literally had my kids by myself. Someone, and like at that time I couldn't even check my mouth without having a panic attack. Lived out in Clarksville. Someone's banging on my door like a cop, and I'm like, I'm not answering that. Fuck that. And then I hear people screaming, and I'm like,
Oh, Jesus Lord.
Pandemic type shit. Like,
and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no. So then I open the door. I'm like, what's going on? And a firefighter's like, ma'am, your building is on fire. Get out. And I'm stupid. So I've got I'm like, all right, cool. I'll get my kids. I have 2 kids because like, who's in this apartment? 2 kids. I have 2 cats. I'm trying to put my cat Gracie in a box, and she looks like Charlie. I think that's Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little Charles.
I try to put her in a box. She jumps out. And I'm trying. He's like, ma'am, people only. They don't matter. Like at this point, the building.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, it was like I will, and I was like, and
They
then
don't
at that
matter
point,
my
I had-
ass.
But I had 2 kids looking at me, and I was like, I can't be scared. I can't be freaking out. My youngest didn't have his shoes on. I don't even think either of my kids had their shoes on. And I'm like, all right, cool. The minute I make it down 2 flights of stairs, we're on the top floor, by the way, 3rd floor. The roof exploded,
Jesus.
and I was like, I literally could have killed my kids trying to save my fur animals. I was like, I could have literally killed my kids. I could have seriously messed them up. So I was like, oh wow. So in that moment, I'm distraught, and I like accidentally in the process of spamming Chet, I'm like, bro. I like accidentally call my friend David. I'm like, and he's like, why'd you call me? And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, and I told him the thing, and he's like, dude, we have a 4-bedroom like house. You can come live. You can come stay with us for a little bit. I'm like, yeah, cool. So do that. But like in that moment, I'm by myself with my kids. trying to calm them down. I think they both have a stuffed animal, but no shoes. It's literally the end of January, the coldest day in January, I swear to God. And I'm watching my apartment just go down in flames, and I know my cats are in there, so I'm like, it's a very scary moment, because it's like, in that moment, I literally had to be selfish and save myself and my kids, and I felt awful, but I was like mourning my stuff and my cats, and I was like, wow. And I sent a picture, and I was like, my apartment is gone. Like, I just messaged him. I was like, I have to, like, I have no one else to talk to, you know, like, Chet is already on his way. I've already talked to David. I'm like, I need someone to, like, calm me down, because if my kids see an ounce of fear, they're going to get scared, and they're going to, like, act crazy. So, like, I messaged him, and that's pretty much what started him to message us, like, messaging back and forth, and that's when he's pretty much like, hey, I quit drinking, I'm doing this now, and I, in that moment, like, didn't take him seriously, and was like...
I mean, Trass has seen me go from, you know, drinking heavily to not drinking.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, because even before we were
yeah.
like called Trass, I mean, we were Trass.
Yeah. I mean, before you were but back to what we were just saying though, like how Trass relates to your apartment breakdown is like she is pretty sure.
Yes.
Something. One of the cats did something on that little counter where the bad.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. We meant to tell you before, we're going to take breaks probably periodically, and, you know, maybe come up with some better transitioning as this goes on. But we wanted to give it a little break. You know, my mother, who lives next door, had to, you know, have me come up there and do some stuff and trap me like all parents do. And I'm like, look, I'm in the middle of making gold right now,
including the demon child coming in for a little appearance.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad. Muckle West, somebody did something to the cat. Right. Okay, cool.
Cat did something.
Our young Trass in training.
Ultimate tattletale, and we need that.
Yeah, that is
because
true.
I have two rambunctious.
Nobody
boys.
tells on the cats.
Yeah.
Well, look. So
now we know which cat.
So look, before the break, I was talking about how Trass related to. Am I saying trash?
Yeah, we were getting pretty heavy before the break, and I think that was a good breaking point too, because Chrissy was over here talking about her fucking place getting taken down. And
has your house ever burned down? No, but a tornado did come, which is, I would say, equal. But burning down and losing, I mean, you could have lost everything in a tornado, but like technically, in a fire, it's all gone.
Yeah,
it's all
fire, you're
fucked.
Even if it's not burnt, the smoke and everything you're done. Like it's
ruined.
But miraculously, my cat survived. Gabs has kitty PTSD.
After the building, the roof exploded off.
We should have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's good or bad for the segue, because I was going on this whole time that your cats had perished, and I was like, no. I don't know if I can fucking handle this. This is our young Trass in training, fellas. If you happen to hear or see this, this is the mini Trass.
She's on a sugar rush.
We love her, but we're doing something, right? So like, if you think, well, you're just mistreating, like, no, you know what I mean?
No, she's actually enjoys that. If she was in here with us, she'd be miserable. She is in
her Papa John right now.
Yeah, she's on the Papa John. If we tried to force her to play Mario Party earlier, and we did force her. We did force. She's like, I don't play games. So we're coming Mario, and she's like, and she was fucking winning.
She almost
she was winning at
That's right. She came in first place the whole duration of the game.
I was like, hey, who do you?
And then Birdo stole her fucking shine.
No. This is funny. This is Trass.
I've had that happen.
So she wanted to play. I was like, all right, well, we're our characters. Who do you want to be the extra character? Birdo. I want Birdo. I want her to be Birdo. I was like, okay, cool. So then, like, one of the first,
she picked her fucking killer.
No, one of the it's worse. So one of the it wasn't the first mini game, but like
it was
the second.
It was the first mini game.
Yeah, okay. So the first mini game, it paired me and Chrissy against her and Birdo, and then from that point on, she was like, I want Birdo to win. Yeah, Birdo's doing good.
Win.
And then all of a sudden it went sour.
Dog world, man.
It went sour because she started getting pissed off because Birdo was winning.
She wanted it, thinking it was all fun and games, you know. She's like, I want Birdo to win. Well, she's right, you know.
Birdo had 1 star and like 110 coins. Amity had, 3 stars? Yeah,
she had
3 stars and like 76 coins. Birdo got birth. She got
Birdo got birthed out of a Birdo puss.
There you go.
Birdo was gifted both of the extra stars. The bonus stars, if you will. So then her and Amity both had 3 stars, but Birdo had 110 coins. So Birdo won by coinage.
Yeah, and Amity didn't have shit for coins.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
and
so
she was riding that star high.
We were trying to hang out and like do shit and like be, you know, and she was like, I've lost. I am done. She ate like over half a bag of spicy nacho cheese Doritos.
Chrissy was like, look, we
fucking
don't need
gaming
all
out.
those. We don't need any of those. Like,
I was
you hear
getting
it
butt
rattling. You hear the bag rattling. I was like, Amity, bring them to me.
and we're like, cool, we're about to go to Uncle Wes's house, so like you need to eat something. She's like, cool, noodles. And she had noodles. She's like, is there any more in that pot? And I'm like, I only made one pack. And she's like, well, I'm still hungry. So I made her a cheesy roll up, and I'm like,
Ooh, that sounds good.
I was like, and then of course she's like, that was good. And I'm like, my 3 days of training have
Liv Moss.
Prepped me for everything
Yes.
that I have become.
They have a steamer
I
at
know
Taco
you're
Bell,
gonna
by
make
the
her.
way. That's why that's why some of their food's so good. They steam the shit. They steam it to melt the cheese and to keep the burrito soft and not hard. And I'm like, I'm gonna need one of those.
That's real funny because sometimes in Ashland City when I get a burrito from there, it's pretty fucking hard. So yeah, shade thrown.
Yeah, well, you know, the
Ooh.
general manager is like 9 months pregnant, and I guess maybe that's why she's such a cunt.
Well, she shouldn't be fucking working 9 months pregnant,
Well,
but
she's
that's
like
where
8
we're
months, my
at
bad, 8
today.
months.
You
So
know,
that's
I didn't know
inside.
she's
Come
back
out,
and
make
Pop
your
at any
tacos.
time.
Yeah, well, they're gonna start selling Mexican pizzas September 15th.
I thought they
to
were
the
already
22nd.
doing that.
No, because they came out of stock. They went out of stock. They ran out
They ran out
of ingredients.
of ingredients. Even though
I'm
they
done
have
with them.
Yeah.
Done.
I'm done with them.
I want to go
bitches.
through the drive-through tonight and be like, hey!
now you're saying you're done with them and stuff and all this other stuff, but one day they could want a piece of this trash, and they'll be like, "Nope, you see that? Is that podcast y'all did? Yep, you talk shit about it. You got an
not
ex-employee like throwing the dirt on them and stuff.
We're
you
not
know?
talking shit about Taco Bell. We're talking shit about general managers.
What's the secret?
Yeah.
What's their secret recipe? What's the recipe for their fucking beef, man?
There is no
What's the
recipe. It is in a
ingredients?
bag, and they boil it in warm water, and they put it in a thing. They don't cook the meat. It's
Don't
already
ruin it for
pre-made.
the viewers. They love Taco Bell.
I'm just
Dude,
kidding. We're like KFC, and we mix it with 7 herbs and spices with mayonnaise.
No, dude, you go on TikTok and see all that shit, dude. That's
there's a guy that's been exposing people. I've seen him on TikTok. And
Oh yeah, the colonial.
yeah,
guy.
he's like, and until they start suing me, he's like, I got a
But then
letter.
he got sued.
He's like, I got a letter in the mail. He's like, but I'm gonna do this, so they're gonna send me another one. I don't know. I hadn't followed up on it, but
I was only there
I'm gonna
3
have to check
days.
that
I
out.
can't give you much intel, but like
Intel.
they don't make anything.
Oh wait.
It's
Before
all pre-made except
listen.
for like the.
hey, before we move on,
Twist.
tell them about the rice. That's my favorite thing about the rice.
Oh yes, the rice, baby.
exposing.
So you have rice. It's hard, whatever.
Yeah.
You mix 1 quart of boiling hot water and like 2 or 3 scoops of oil from the fryer in the rice to like I guess for flavor.
You gotta
I've
oil the rice.
literally no idea. So again, people are like, I'm gonna get a veggie burrito. It's so healthy. Bitch, you eating oil. You eating fucking fryer oil. You ain't eating like extrovert. You ain't eating the EVOO. You eating fucking fryer oil. I'm talking about. I watched my coworkers scoop it up in like an ice cream scoop, metal obviously, and put 2 or 3 scoops of oil in there. And it's like, yeah, it pops back in you, so you gotta be careful. And I'm like, yeah, it's
I was
fucking
shook when she told me
350
this.
degrees. The refried beans are like freeze dried, but they're like ground
Yeah.
up. So you add it to 3 quarts of boiling hot water. You stir it together and you let it sit for a while because it needs to. Then you stir it and then it's refried beans. And I'm like, I already hate refried beans. And I was like, that is.
And I told her I'll eat
atrocity.
a pintos and cheese any day of the week. It's like 65 cents. Well, it used to
Yeah.
be. Now
Yeah.
it's like
That was like $20. Thanks, inflation.
The only advantage that I got there was the fact that they let me have free drinks. Domino's didn't even do that. They were like, you can. It's only medium or small, like, but you can get anything except for a freeze. A freeze will run you up as like a happy hour, so you still got to pay for it. But like, you can get a medium drink, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like that was the only benefit.
Let me ask you this. Then. Okay. Now, have worked at Domino's and Taco Bell. Would you still eat there? Both places.
Yes. Mostly because there was nothing dirty at Taco Bell. There's nothing like nasty. There was. I mean, if we're being honest, and I won't say the Domino's location I worked at. I mean, you know, could
Put
be
2 and 2
Ashland City,
together,
could be
we got
Memphis.
fucking.
We don't know. But speaking,
Oh
it seemed
my
like
God.
Taco Bell's food was a little more on quality, like in the sense of like, all right, cool, that's been sitting for a while. We're gonna like you need to make more. Like I felt, which I was only there for 3 days, so I didn't. So at like Domino's, I was there from April, May, June. I was there about 3.5, 4 months. So like I saw some hardship, but like it wasn't like we were. There was one point there was like a bunch of moldy cheddar cheese in the freezer. We threw it all out though. Obviously, we didn't serve it to people at Domino's, so it was kind of like
But at Taco Bell we would. No, I'm just
But
kidding.
at Taco Bell, but like my problem is though, I guess because I'm now a part of Trass, I do like Trass food.
Yeah.
I like Taco Bell. I really like cheesy roll-ups. I
mean,
like getting the Crunchwrap Supreme with chicken and guacamole and the avocado lime ranch. Shit's good as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Oh my god, Doctor, that show is good. It's fucking good.
I mean, I was wondering, like,
I'm sad that I didn't use my employee discount.
speaking of all this fast food and shit, we've done videos before. Why don't we do that again, Josh? Like, we don't have to, like, I'm not saying, like, start out doing exactly like Pizzagate, but, like, we could do
No,
something
but that was
better
fun.
though.
No, that was
Papa
fun.
John's? Was it Wes?
No, we can revisit that. We can do
Yeah,
like
we
I
could.
want to do if you do pizza though, do it fresh. Like so, like go to the actual store, be like,
Yes.
Why do I say yes? It's not Wes.
We got an Emmy break, fellas.
She's tattling.
Bright orange.
20 minutes later.
Glass dresser.
Where's the glass dresser at?
the thing that's got the stuff inside of it.
All dressers have stuff inside of them.
Black bag. Not the black dresser.
The glass shelf.
We're gonna. During my interview,
He's trying to get on the tree.
Would you like to go check this out, Grandma?
Yes.
She wants attention. That's okay. Kids want that.
Hey, I got nothing wrong with that. I
Yeah,
mean, like I
that's
said,
fine.
this
No
is
worries.
We were deep into it when she could just like, hey.
but no, back to the food.
Yeah.
Yes, like
No, revisit the fucking. Okay, so the problem with what you said, that would be ideal, but that would mean that we would have to do it like on the go because we'd have to go to wherever we went to get it, and then we have to eat it like in the car. We could record it in the car, but like we want to do it in a
What we
setting where
can
we had
do.
it everywhere. You
We
know,
can
what I
right?
mean?
But
do this.
that gives things an. I'm sorry. You want to say something?
Two things. If you did pizzas again, the way we did it last time is we reheated the pizzas in the oven.
Yeah.
However, we're broke, but we've gotten new equipment. We have a pizza cooker, but we also have a very nice toaster oven now that has a reheat function.
I just feel that
that's
wouldn't-
cool and all,
Or-
Grandma.
Yeah.
No,
Can I finish, buddy?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sorry.
Finish,
No,
Weston.
I'm trying. I'm gonna do what all these other motherfuckers do that live closer to their fucking respective pizza joints. I'm gonna get my own fucking bag, and then I'm gonna slide that bitch in real nice.
Sorry, I couldn't steal one for me from.
But what I mean, I like that idea.
It's
but
okay,
like,
there's some on eBay.
There's holes in that idea too.
Or
How's there holes in it?
Or an even better idea, even when it comes to fast food or whatever, but like, okay, so obviously we can record in the car. We're not going to eat a whole pizza in the car, obviously, but if like we went somewhere like Papa John's, which is in Pleasant View, and versus wherever,
Look, she's getting excited about Trass.
I'm getting excited about Papa John's, okay? I love
I'm
Papa
down for this.
John's.
I'm down for
Call
this.
it what
I'm
you
ready
want.
to hear it.
Papa John's sucks.
If you get the pizza fresh and then each have a slice, take a bite,
I'm willing to do it.
make some notes on a notepad if you have to. And
I'm
then-
willing to do it. No,
and
we'll
then-
just film your reaction.
And then,
Yeah.
and then be like, all right, cool, like, you know, and then come back and have the pizzas and be like, and then also test the all right, cool, this has been sitting for like 2 hours because we went here, we went there, whatever, we reheated it. So not only test the quality of it when it's freshly made, but also test the quality of the reheatedness. So
Oh
it could be like-
fuck.
I think we could do 3
That's-
stages.
so then,
That's a pretty good idea.
What we do is like we get it right out of the gate.
First reaction.
Then we slide that bitch in the baggie.
Yeah.
Then we get home, we take another slice, eat it then while we're reheating up each respective pizza.
Yeah.
And then get it that way.
So that like gets like the next day type vibe, but then also the
maybe eat it
reheat vibe.
cold if we got to. I'm sorry, I really am a slut for
you could throw that in there too.
I mean, them
I
fucking
am-
insulated bags work, dude.
I'm a slut for like pizza made from anywhere. What I don't like I love Papa John's. I will say I don't like Pizza Hut. It's at the bottom. It used to be at the top for me, but it's at the bottom now because I'm sorry. Like I've worked at Domino's. I've had Domino's pizzas a lot. I've not worked at Papa John's, but I have experienced their pizza, and they now have stuffed crust. But obviously that wouldn't be a contender because Domino's doesn't have stuffed crust. That's
Yeah,
not
it has
fair.
to be. It has to be. It has to be
It's
even. It has to be
basic.
everything.
Right.
Stuffed crust would be considered an add-on.
Flat line. Flat
So-
lined.
But also, call me a 7-year-old, but I don't like pepperoni because now pepperoni from Walmart that you buy or any other place, it's good. But like pepperoni you get at, like Domino's or Pizza Hut, it's like
What other kind of
spicy.
meat do you want on your pizza?
I like sausage.
Sausage. Okay, well, we can do
Say
that.
sausage.
We can
I don't
each
know why
get
you
a-
looked at me,
But also like I like vegetables as well. Obviously, like I'm not. even though I'm not a big fan of like olives, I even like olives.
I mean, wait.
So I'm like,
Let's hold this up real quick. Okay.
Let me sit my idea real quick, because like you guys said, but like we can go back to what you were just saying. But like okay, like in Bellevue, what do they have there? They have a park where like we could like set this shit up, and we could
also get robbed.
Eat it fresh. Eat it fresh.
well, that's what I was saying in the car. You can take a slice and like.
But we could actually record the video there, like in a different place, and like in this setting.
we could.
You know what I mean? Like in a different setting. But either way, what you're saying, yes. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say is, because I'm pretty sure all three offer it.
Yeah.
And it would be a better video because we could still keep the old video, but make a revamp.
Part 2.
Yeah. Let's do all stuffed crust for each one, and then we could debate it on that as well.
I mean, think about how the first video you got so let down. What about like part 2 where like
because
it
I
gets another
hyped
chance?
John. Yeah.
Papa John's deserves to be hyped up. I'm sorry.
It was fucking. Did you watch the video? It was dry and it was not.
It was
shit.
horrible. And usually, like when I go to Nashville, like I expect to get the best quality. Okay.
Yeah.
Like no offense, it's just like Nashville City usually lets me down, or even small towns in general. And people can probably attest to this. There's probably one good fast food joint, and the rest are just like ass.
Right.
And it's like, why? So, like, you go to the bigger city, you're like, well, goddamn, there's plenty of fucking people. Hopefully, they have enough people to serve some kind of food that is...
Right, but usually, something I've learned from working in, not fast food, but in pizza joints, is that... Well, no, that's not entirely true. I would say maybe with more so with fast food, but the bigger the area, the more likely things are pre-made and maybe go out to sit. Whereas, like, if you go to the Domino's in Ashland City... They make that shit fresh, which is why I told you guys, obviously, hey, look, Fridays are like our busiest, so don't do it because you'll be waiting 45 minutes to an hour at the very least.
So it's made fresh, but you don't get it fresh. You get it
and
delayed.
but also depends on if you go to Domino's on a Friday and it's really busy, and they're like, hey, look, it's gonna be an hour wait. And you're like, all right, cool, I'll go fuck around somewhere else. That pizza might get done in 45 minutes, so then it's sitting under a heater. And as a person who's taken home many pizzas under a heater, I've taken home a pizza that was fresh-ish. I've taken home a pizza that was under the heater for about my whole shift, which is about 4 to 6 hours. The one that was sitting under the heater the longest was tough. It was dry.
Revelation, because that's what Papa John's did to you in that video. You got a heater.
Dude,
fucking
I'm
pizza.
all in this. I'm just over here, just like my mouth is like literally dropping because I'm hearing all this inside information. I'm like,
we didn't know that when we made that video.
Pizzagate 2.0.
Yeah.
But I will say with Domino's, I don't know with pizza because I've never worked there. I do know they have stuffed crust. And I think with any place that have stuffed crust,
it should be pre-made.
It's probably pre-made.
Yeah.
With Domino's, with the crust, it was not. It was pre-made, obviously, but we had to stretch it. I was an awful stretcher, so if you're a person that came to Domino's and one day you got a perfect pizza, the next day you got a lopsided pizza that had like way too much crust, like me.
You're a fat fuck and you like pizza, so you didn't give a fuck. You just crammed it down your throat.
Well,
that would have been me.
Well,
same.
My issue is with like working at Domino's is that like I'm heavy-handed, so like I top that pizza like I'm gonna bring it home.
Oh,
you ain't
man.
supposed to
And that's
do
why
that.
I want you to be working when I go to get one.
Right. And
now let me ask you this real quick too, as well, because I don't think it was Domino's that somebody like had made a video on about. It could have been some Pizza Hut or some other place, but apparently like when after like on the assembly line, like when they make all the toppings and shit, like the fucking discard underneath, they would use that to make
Domino's.
like supreme pizza.
Yeah.
So no, so with Domino's, so basically it's really hard to explain, but there was like a grated metal thing that the pizza goes on a specific pan that has holes in it. You have the pizza on there, stretch it on there, you stretch it to the size, put it on there. And there's a metal grating, and you would season the pizza. Whatever falls off, it's technically, if you keep your hands clean and you're not a delinquent, like, it's good. It would fall through and it would stay, and it's frozen. All of it's like, it's in the make line was refrigerated. So if it fell in that bottom tray, it was still refrigerated. It wasn't wrong.
Ooh.
So they would, in most cases, you'd have to pick the make line, which means, all right, cool, there's like 87 pieces of sausage. You put the sausage where the sausage goes. But if you look at one of the trays and it's got sausage, pepperoni, ham, onion, bell pepper, fucking mushroom. Let's say that all goes on supreme.
Fat mix.
Confirmed.
They
do it. They do that.
Sort of, but not really. So there was a guy who worked there, which I'm not gonna say by name, but he if you ordered a Supreme or a Deluxe, he would just take that tray and empty it out on the pizza, which isn't correct. But sometimes you get pineapple and spinach, which don't go on.
No, he said that there's a guy that said that they did that, and they fucking do it.
Yeah, they do.
He learned that from
because
somewhere.
it wasn't at your location either. It was somewhere like else.
Some people find that to be gross, but the only reason why I would find that to be unsanitary is if you were severely allergic to mushrooms.
Oh yeah,
Well, my thing is though, like
you would be fucked.
I thought about it too. I'm like, well, here's the thing. Like you were saying, I'm like, well, if done correctly, wouldn't it be a good business matter? Like if you had like a line that everything they got in there was able to go on Supreme Pizza, like why wouldn't you use that leftover instead of just discarding it?
Well, also another thing, I'm really about to ruin somebody who works there as a general manager, and I'm so sorry. He looks like my ex-husband. They get the general managers and the managers there. They get a food bonus. So if you properly use the ingredients and you don't need to get more shit, you get a bonus at your check. So
less waste.
Yeah. So when I worked there, it was like, you're using too much. They were on me.
16 sausages per.
Yeah, they were they had scales. I felt like I was doing a drug deal. Like, hey, half an ounce, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna put it on there so I think it.
See, like, I don't mind that as long as I'm paying for that. So if I was a drug dealer,
you'd be getting a lot more drugs and you'd pay for it and you'd love me.
Well, I mean, my thing is though, I could have sworn that we were recording a Trass episode and not an expose, but apparently it's crazy because
I'm gonna be shot down the street.
No, what you said and then what she said, it just totally makes sense.
Confirmed.
Yeah,
it
makes
confirmed.
Sense,
I mean, like, it doesn't bother me. Like, it
doesn't bother me either because
if it's in a safe, food manner, like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm not,
bro,
I'm not gonna stop eating fucking fast food because somebody says, "Oh, well, it's fucking bad for you." Okay, cool. Well, so is going outside, bitch.
It's fast food. Literally, it's fast food. Like, you complain if it takes too long to be made and served. Like, that's not what fast food is.
But
you got no problem going to fucking like Cracker Barrel or some shit like that.
Right.
Same shit.
Like, I'm calling those people out, and that shit's probably even worse.
I've worked in 3 restaurants, and that is Ruby Tuesday, Domino's, and Taco Bell.
And they're all the same.
And it works just the same. The only difference with Ruby Tuesday versus Taco Bell is that Ruby Tuesday has raw chicken that they season and they make.
Yeah, or if you get like a steak.
Or
you get a steak, they cook it. Yeah.
Right, but that's the difference. Whereas like at Taco Bell, it's pre-made, but it's it's pre-made.
Fuck, steak pre-made at fucking Taco Bell. Ugh, dude.
It's because it's fast food. You're not gonna sit in the drive-through line for 45
minutes,
for an hour, for 20 minutes. You expect to get you expect to say your order, go up to the window, pay, and wait at a minimum of 15 minutes.
I'm sorry we cut you off, Chris, but wait, he oohed at that, but yet everything else is made. He's just like, yeah, that's all right, yeah. But pre-cooked steak.
I don't like the steak at Taco
Me either.
Bell.
I like my steak bloody.
I don't really care for it either, but
yeah, I'm not a steak guy.
The people who like their steak like well done and more than well done are sociopaths, and that includes my parents. I ate so many steaks.
includes my parents.
Like, I'm sorry. When I cut into my steak, I want there to be a puddle of blood underneath.
Yeah.
I want to slurp it up off the plate.
Blood
That's what I'm talking about. Like, hey. Like
something you wouldn't do. Now, seriously, something as a person who, I mean, I've never looked at a vagina, I can't say, but like, would I lick a bloody vagina? No. Would I eat a bloody steak? Yes. That lets you know that that
you're a carnivore, not a vampire, or a lesbian vampire, should I say? I mean, that's clearly what it is. Yes. I mean, because I feel like where you come from, because it's like I could sit there and just grab a piece of fucking like bloody steak and just eat it and like get to my Neanderthal like roots. Right. And just rip into it.
You can't do that to a vagina.
But no, there's no way I'm going down on at flow time.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't no way in hell.
Never heard it compared that way.
But it can't be.
I'm not getting my Red Wings.
Even though it's
I'm
not.
I'm neither.
I forgot there's another terminology, but
I don't know what it is, but I know the Red Wings, but I'm not doing it either.
Like, I wouldn't. As a person who's a heavy flower, and people who like have sex when they're menstruating, I'm like, salute to you, but like it's like, I guess the best way to describe it is like, imagine if you put a whole bottle of lube on your penis or the vagina, and you gotta fuck it. Guess what there is none of? Friction. You need friction to fuck. You need it. You need friction. When I'm menstruating, I'm too bloody and there's no friction and it smells like rotten fish because I'm menstruating, and it's just like, where
does this podcast go?
We're digging deep.
It's
We're going.
I'm sorry. But at the same time, though, I think vaginas are weird looking, and I think penises are great looking. So at the same
I
time,
mean, we went from Taco Bell to Vagina Bell.
we went from Taco Bell to another taco. Like,
The transition.
So look, let's get back on track here. Where are you going with it, Wes? What are we going with this?
Okay, so we each get a fucking stuffed crust from each establishment.
Oh, and before you're gonna say it, because before going back to that, you said it's just like the same like pre-made stuffed crust, but like it's not about the stuffed crust. It's about like what goes along with it too.
But also,
so, like,
Domino's
that would be
doesn't have
different.
stuffed
That
crust.
varies. So like even like the sauce
got a
with
point
it.
there.
You know what?
Domino's doesn't have stuffed crust. You can't even request
do
that.
not?
Nobody's
Oh,
who's
son of a
picking
Yeah.
Domino's. Fuck Domino's.
No, because you're talking about stuffed crust. You
Okay,
only
okay,
can-
I'll take it
like
back. Okay, here's how I can
Domino's.
spin it. Okay, the audience
Yeah.
is going to see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, we do the same thing we did as far as getting the pizzas last time. We'll pick sausage, right? And then
I do like.
we each pick from whatever particular restaurant. Like I guess, like if me and Chrissy, wanted to do Papa John's, if we were Team PJ,
Yeah.
then we'll split like half a pizza, or we'll each get a pizza from that, and then y'all get a pizza from your places, and then we'll try that because that'd be your pick. You know what I mean? You get like the base pick, and then you get the extra pick.
Specialty.
I
The
mean,
special, what's gonna make it Pizzagate 2.0? You know,
It could be. It doesn't
because
have
it's
to
like
be
this.
stuff.
It's like here's this. It's like all right, well, this fucking cheese. For example, this cheese fucking Domino sucks dick. But let me tell you about this meat lovers with this much garlic in this way and done this way and that way. It's like
Yeah.
really
So
gotta knock
add-ons
your
are
socks.
okay.
or
For
even
2.0.
better, we could do like
No, like 2 pizzas. Like we get the base layer. We each
Yeah, you
get-
have to go
Yeah.
for the
it'd be-
base.
It'd be,
Yeah.
it'd be 3 normal pizzas, and then 4 special pizzas. Like you pick, like if you want Domino's, you pick Domino's. Whatever you want on it for us to try.
No,
Now,
it'd be
granted,
four-
you can't
he don't
pick
know how to
something
count.
that like.
It would be 4 pizzas. We each got to pick one. Be 4 regulars from different places. They can't be the same place.
right. But he's
But
saying
for the specialty,
Yeah.
it can be at the same place.
Right.
And for that to be 2
But he's
and 2.
saying that in the sense of like we would both choose Papa John's, so that'd be a less.
Well, fuck
like-
Papa John's. We're gonna find out again that Papa
I'm
John's
also
ain't
a
all
sl-
that you fucking say
I'm
it is.
also a slut for Papa John's because when it comes to Canadian bacon or ham, whatever, any other place they make it in not strips, in slices, and it's
Yeah.
thin, it gets hard, and it's gross. As a person who has not a lot of teeth in their mouth, but
I can attest.
Papa John's, they do their fucking Canadian bacon in strips, and it's thick, it's cooked, it's good, and it's like that alone is like, yeah, maybe I just like thin little strips of whatever my outfit I can try. But
Look,
like,
you have to understand that, like,
we can
pizza,
also do a blind taste test, so like that way we
Well-
don't know. Like,
that wouldn't be fair because
how would that not be fair?
okay, because
then we could be like, we
because
can't be
the first,
biased.
okay, but we can because that's the whole thing. It's like the whole thing of the whole premise of it was that like, dude, I like Pizza Hut, and like I'm gonna convince you that Pizza Hut's better than your fucking shit. It's like like you have to understand it gets personal. It's gonna be
Right.
personal because fuck Papa John's. It's
like-
not the best pizza,
I think,
motherfucker.
like-
Are you saying that just because the owner
because he was sweaty? No, he's always sweaty. Everybody knows.
Is because he said some racial slurs?
No.
and now I'm not saying that was okay.
No, he was
whatever,
my
but-
papa for a long time. Just like
I mean,
everybody else's.
I'm willing to give him one more chance. Like I said, with Pizzagate 2.0.
You can't get in through the door.
You can get in through the crack though. Which is what I'd say.
You can't get in through the door.
She's trying. She's trying for that hug, man. She didn't want to give us a hug earlier, but by God, she wants one from you
She
now.
wants a hug from her papa.
You're right, exactly. Just
Papa
throw us
Josh.
away.
I am sweaty, but I didn't do any racial slurs. So, are you gonna come around and give me a hug?
You
and
also
then, like,
didn't know
I thought she
didn't
was-
own a successful
I thought you
pizza
just shut the door on her
franchise.
face. I was like, wow.
Come on.
Got Amity here again. She's making a
Say hi,
full-on
everyone.
appearance. Say hi to the camera, Amity. Look at the camera. Say hi.
Hi.
Say you're on the TRASSCAST.
Say one.
I'm on the trash cast.
There we go.
She's on the trash cash.
The trash cash.
Oh my god! If people donated money, that's what we could call it.
Trash cash.
We need to send her to college. Send your money. We'll use it for that. Totally, for sure.
She out of
We
all
won't
3
upgrade
kids,
our
she's
equipment
going
at
to
all.
college. She's going to college. And all 3 kids, she's definitely going. Like the other 2, I don't know.
So it's back to what we were saying. So, yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it, man.
All right, back from our final break of the podcast here. Once again, we're testing things out, and plus, I don't know if you'll see it in the video or not, but one of our crew members was, a little antsy, so we had to, break it and then, resolve some things. But the point of the matter is that we were getting on about doing Pizzagate 2.0.
Yeah.
And I think we should do that. I think everybody's in agreement.
Yeah, I'm down.
We so basically pick like 3 pizzas that are all the same, basically, and then we each get our mystery pick.
Yeah. Makes sense. It was just like a lot going on, and like then now that you say it, it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So does that mean stuffed crust included or no? Because
Could be. If you
It
want.
could be.
Okay.
It's your
I
choice.
mean, like that's the thing. Like we will do like the grading like differently for like the mystery pick over, the initial pick.
Well,
you have like a baseline pick, and then you got like, well, if that sucks, well, how about my mystery pick?
Well, as we seen though in the last video, I know we watched it together, so I know you've seen it. So like, as we seen, like Wes was obviously going for his pick, but like you got to be honest with yourself, and he was honest with himself, and his wasn't the best. So sometimes, like,
well, I mean, that's
it's not biased. It's not a biased pick. It's just like you just do it, and then you hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean it's biased all the way into it, and then when you do it, it's like, no, I gotta be real. I can't sit here and say this pizza's good when it's not.
It was gold. It was golden.
It was horrible, man.
But that would mean that.
But it was great content.
It sure was.
And speaking of content,
Yeah.
I think not only that, but other things, I'm looking forward to. I mean, the Fresca Files.
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2. That's going to be awesome. I was telling her, I told her the other night, I was like, talking about Jess over here, I was like, look, when we do the Fresca Files, I was like, we have this many cans of Fresca.
Yeah.
Because when we do, like, Fresca Files 3, the final fucking file,
Yeah.
it's going to be a record amount for us of Fresca used in that video. Like, we're going to step up the Fresca game in the Fresca Files 2, but
where do they keep bad Frescas where they're like, here, we'll give these to you for 50 cents a 12-pack, because that's what we need.
That's what we need, but I will scrounge change up for a fucking 12-pack for some video.
They need to do that anyway, because Fresca is god-awful.
Yeah, we know she's not a fan of the Fresca, and,
I hate it.
Fresca people out there, don't
worry, you're diabetic and your legs could fall off. Don't worry about what she
Okay,
says.
but I am not diabetic, and it tastes like crap. I think diabetic people should have better
I don't know
tasting
what's
things.
wrong with her.
Just like people saying, oh, well, yeah, well, you can't drink, you can't drink things with, caffeine in it. So, like, you know what? Fuck the caffeine-free shit. Fuck it.
Well, I
and
would
it's ass.
expect that if something was caffeine-free and someone drank it was like, this is ass, and I tried it and it was
It
ass.
all is ass, baby.
it's Trass.
Pepsi without caffeine tastes literally almost identical. Like we tested it, and you thought that the caffeine free was the real Pepsi.
We're not going to talk about that.
Oh, we're not gonna say. So I'm just saying, like, there are things that are sugar free and better for our diabetics, and it's called water. It's called apple juice in moderation.
You've heard the hot take here.
You've heard it here, folks.
I don't like the aspartame taste. I like fizzy, obviously, but like fizzy water with aspartame, like so that's the only reason why I don't like it. It has something to do with the fact that it's,
I can understand that because they're not supposed to be using aspartame because that shit can kill you, but
yeah. But
here
then
they
again,
are.
sugar can kill you, smoking can kill you. Like, add it to the list of things.
Waking up in the morning, you go.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
in regards to the future projects, the Fresca Files Part 2, what else?
Also working on an upcoming project here pretty soon. Like, I think now that we're all back and we got the camera back going, we're going to get into one of 3 films. The
There's a
Unfriender.
trilogy.
Yeah, it's going to be a trilogy, so I'll let you a little spoiler now. It'll be The Unfriender, so while we're, along the lines of doing it and stuff, we'll, be talking about it on our podcast,
Mm-hmm.
We have that, and then we also have Chrissy coming to an end with Chet. And so we're gonna have a little content.
Is that what it's going to be called? Is Tune In with Chet?
See, here's what I want.
It's called Chet.
Here's what I want. Here's what I want to do. I want to let Chrissy film her video.
Yeah.
And then I want to basically take that same and I want to make a music video of it, and like
I think that's fantastic.
just make it fucking go viral.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It will be fantastic because I will be like, yeah, see here, look, she signed everything over to me, guys. See, look, she said I could totally take this video. See, yeah, so I'll just pocket all this millions.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks,
Hey,
Chad.
don't know you no more.
No, I'm kidding. I would give her every bit
But anyway,
of it.
so we got that going, and then
It'd be Swiss. It'd be Swiss. It'd be well, either be Aladdin.
I'd give it back to the children. I'd give it back to the
I meant to
children.
say it would be split 4 ways, but my brain was like, wouldn't it technically be split 2 ways? Because you guys are a couple and we're a couple, so it would be
Yeah.
split 2 ways.
Don't tell
Either
the
way.
podcast that.
It's
They don't need to
split.
know what we do behind closed doors.
Well, Wes is
I
doing
don't
Jessica.
know you.
Who is this person? Why is there a mic in front of me?
But anyways, and so in addition to that, there's one more project we'll be working on.
There's a little project. I know. I don't think we ever got it on video,
No.
so I know it'll make it even better. But we used to do it on audio, and that's the old trash can. I mean, you even have a trash can on your shirt, and
Yeah.
basically, it's a can full of wonder, mystery,
Wonder can.
surprise.
I wonder, man.
I mean, for this special topic, for this or introductory topic for Chrissy and all, I picked up verses, but it's basically you can just throw whatever you want in there, and it's a topic. It's like, hey, do you like fucking cheese being squirted up your ass? No. Why? Okay. Well, first of all, it's never hot enough. What?
you have cheese squirted up your ass, or versus having cheese squirted down your nose.
Exactly.
Like, which one do you like better? And then you're like,
Yeah.
I like it in my ass when it's
Or
warm.
it could be as like, do you like chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream?
Yeah. Okay. I'm with it.
It's open.
Do you want to start it with me, or do you want to start it that way?
I think we'll start with you and then we'll end with me. Maybe.
Slide that bitch over.
There you go.
Do you have a pen? Or are you just supposed to pee and you can?
It went halfway, motherfucker. I can't reach it.
It's just right in the middle.
My legs
Yeah.
aren't long enough.
No, if you piss in this can, it's going to be and the celebratory shake we always do, and then you just go in for it because we don't know what it's going to be. Who cares?
I mean, maybe some episodes will have it a little bit fuller than others.
I mean, yeah, this
Yeah.
one we're starting off, man. We're rudimentary.
We wanted to get this in there because it's been a classic. So what you got?
also,
son?
before you read off, in parentheses is more of an explanation to it. Like,
Yeah, I like this. I think we can all talk about this. Video game versus board games, and in that, playing one over the other. Which one would you prefer playing over the other? And for me, that's a hard one because you can play with your friends with both. You can play board games together. You can play video games together. I mean, you're still.
but what do you enjoy more now?
But
Would it be video games because you are in fact playing video games more?
I mean, when you
We're saying I hate podcasts. I'm just asking.
I
you.
mean, we lived in the same house for some time, and we've always been around each other, like me and you. So, like, as far as that goes, playing board games in that manner, that would be fun. But, like, now being, like, apart, and, like, doing your own thing, like, video games would be better. But I'm going to have to say board games. Because, like, we've played plenty of board games together. And that's like a party thing when you have, multiple people around you. Like, so I'm going to go with board games on that. So I'll pass it on to you. So what do you think about it? What do you think, video games versus board games? What's your preference? I know you're new to video games, but...
Well, my issue is not only am I new to video games, but I am new to glasses. So, for people, I guess you guys as well, that don't know, I went a very long time without having glasses. So, and of course, in the Nazi camp relationship I was in, I was, conditioned to feel that I was not smart enough to
play video games.
Process
video game, like video from a computer, like from.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
So, like, because my eyes were damaged, I didn't know that. I didn't think about that because I was lectured about how, you can't play video games or you can't watch TV because you're not smart enough. Not because, wow, you're seeing double letters and they're floating. That's weird. You should go get your eyes checked.
So did that leave like a bad taste for video games in your mouth? Is what
Definitely, because I also struggle with motion sickness. So there's certain games that are very fast paced, usually shooter games.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That I still can't play because
God, Star Wars Fallen Order would tear her apart.
Oh yeah, dude, she would be fucking puking, bro. VR, put on VR, dead.
I put a VR on, and this before I got glasses, and I'm like, take it off immediately. And Josh obviously is like, dude, like, calm down. I'm like, no.
I was offended because VR is a crazy ass technology. You know what I mean?
But at the same time,
Yeah.
I can't even watch people play Guitar Hero because if I watch enough,
That's crazy.
The motion, I will throw up.
She told me that, and that was crazy to me.
Wow.
I got teased as a child. I was at one of my friends' house. They're playing, and I'm like, and they're like, "Hey, you want to play?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna throw up." And they're like, they started treating me like shit. I'm like, I will puke. and they were like, they were like, oh, you're just being a little bitch. And then the minute that the video game stopped, I threw up on the floor. I got up to, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna walk away.
So she said she was gonna do it, and then she did it.
Yeah. So Guitar Hero, it's the amount of like the fact that you're still and you're watching something that is moving. Mm-hmm. So in a car, you're still essentially, for the most part. So
Right.
Unfortunately, I am very biased because I'm I get motion sickness very well, and also again, or very easily. And also, again, I'm new to glasses, so it's a Uno, which I know isn't a board game; it's a card game.
No, it's considered a board game.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
it falls in there.
I grew up, in a smoky room, probably a little bigger than this, with every adult in there smoking a cigarette. I walked into many a cigarettes. I don't even know how there's not scars on my faces from on my face sides, walking into cigarettes because I would just walk into. I'd just be like and like. Walked straight into a cigarette several times. I remember crying and so like playing Uno, playing the game Sorry.
Classics.
Classics. The classics from like the 2000s era. So I'm biased in the sense that I love Mario Party now, and I really love other things, even though I really suck balls at them because I'm essentially a newbie. Even though,
but there's nothing wrong with that though. See, that's my thing. And I don't mean to cut you off. And I'll say this real fast. There's nothing wrong with when or how you get into video gaming or what kind of gaming you like, as long as you like it. That's what it's there for. It's not there to be like, I got to play every single title. No, if you like Mario Party and it's this only version of Mario Party on this only system, there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. That's still pretty fucking cool to me. Like, I don't gatekeep, is what I'm getting at, I guess.
Damn, I guess I'm a gatekeeper in some ways, but not like, it's just like, we play multiple things, so like, I would like, to be... I love you too. So I like to be like included, in multiple different games, not just one, so that we can broaden our, times. Because it eventually gets stale, even if you love it,
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, I also grew up playing, Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64 until my mom accidentally broke it. So I mean, I feel like I'm more of a lover of board games simply because of just the vision. The vision blockages that I've had in my life, and like even now that I've got glasses and I've got some health issues, so it's like it's weird seeing video games and they're really bright. I'm hurting. It literally hurts. Like I'm
something that we've never experienced.
Right.
I can't say. I've only like maybe having a migraine. Maybe having a migraine. Like, bright shit bothering me, but it's like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, like, there was a period of time where you definitely didn't go without glasses. I know that you need glasses, you don't wear them, but I won't call you out for that.
Yeah, Wes.
That's for another day. That's what I get that Trass money.
Anyways, let's move forward to Grandma. So you're team board game too.
Yeah.
So it's two.
I thought you were in a video game, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna be the odd one out.
Nah.
But
I like both, obviously, but I do think that there's more of a... I feel like there's more camaraderie, I guess, surrounded with board games because you're all... Like you were touching on earlier, you play video games online with people, but board games, you sit there and play them together,
right.
And they're a lot more fun that way. So yeah, I'm team board game, but I would like to point out, I was looking at Hogwarts Legacy. That comes out in February. Do you know what they're putting it on?
Like everything.
They're putting it on the fucking Switch.
Yeah, I know they're. But
they've got Switch
like,
is a contender, baby.
They were talking. I was seeing an article where they were talking about that.
Yeah.
They're gonna try to do it like they did like The Witcher and shit, because apparently that's like a demanding game, and they did it somehow. Like I don't remember, but
yeah, that's one I gotta hop on.
I was sending her, but like I heard what you said, and like to your point, I agree with that. But and that's the thing about playing online. Like if me and Wes are playing online, and you guys are sitting there, and like we have the audio on where you can hear what each other's saying, like you still can't join in because we have the mic. So, like, playing a board game, you're all in one.
Yes.
Right, but the only thing I think that video games have against board games, and it is something that makes video games maybe better, is that you can play a video game by yourself. You can't play a board game by yourself.
You can.
Yeah,
Yes, you can. There's plenty.
Yeah. You play
He
solitaire.
had
I'll get,
two of them.
well, not just that. I'll get into other ones here in a second.
Yeah. Let's.
Well, I mean, like,
hey,
well, when I think
Chrissy,
board games, I
let's
think
let
like
Grandma go, and then Wes will get back to it on that.
Yeah,
topic.
Oh, yeah, no,
I'll make mine short.
I'm team board game.
Oh, that's 3. I mean, it's gonna be hard to beat. It can't be.
I mean, my thing is, like, yes, I like board games, but not in, like, the fact of, like, how everybody grew up. Because how everybody grew up, we all played, like, the Uno, Monopoly, Yahtzee, all that.
Yeah.
It's all American board games. It's all, you got to beat this person or this person. It pits each other against, each other more. As of, like, European games, they're more like you work together. And it's like when I started finding games like that, like Pandemic is one of them. When I found that, it started, I started playing. It was more fun because, yes, I liked playing board games when I was little, but I didn't love playing board games. Like,
Right,
there were certain games I liked, but it was always, so much, But my thing is, I guess I would agree with board games as well, but with video games, they're, to me, like, I do like playing with friends and stuff, but, like, once again, that can only go so far versus me playing by myself, hauled off in a room for, like, months, playing, like, one fucking single game, like, and just trapping myself inside, which as much as I like to be a fucking, hermit, I don't like to be completely shut off from people, and that's where, like, I would have to give board games the edge, because at least I'm playing with other people, even though there are one-player games. They're mostly card games and shit, like Solitaire, but other games, like detective games, shit like that. I got once a detective game that's a one-player game, and there's just so much out there when it comes to board games. So what most people think, like Monopoly, they don't think like Catan or Catan, however you want to fucking say it, and, other games like Pandemic. And
Well, you had you made these topics up for us, and, like, it was supposed to be quick ones, but this one's a good one because, like you were just saying, like, but another thing about it just to consider is, like, when you play a video game, that's someone's brain that had created a world. Whenever you play, like, for example, playing, like, board games, like you were talking about, like, the Call of Cthulhu or whatever, the Reign of Cthulhu, whatever.
like
you
more European style
it's in
games.
your head.
Yeah.
You build it yourself with your imagination.
Oh, even with, like, D&D, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, like that.
That makes it more
I'd
superior.
love
that
to
makes
play
it
that, but
superior.
it's so expensive
It's
and
so-
nobody will
And
play
it
with
would
us.
be time consuming.
Time
Yes.
consuming and a lot harder to grasp over other games
Yeah.
that can still offer that same kind of vibe, I feel like.
And Michael the Dungeon Master is dead, so we
I'm
don't
But
have.
very
also-
jealous of
Dungeon
people that play
Master's
D&D.
dead.
I
Yeah.
really am.
All right, look, hey,
I
Chrissy,
mean, but also, like, another thing is that as he, when he was talking about the whole board, like the whole board game, when you were growing up, I think also, like, some people have different experiences. I was not the only child, but theoretically I was the only child because my brother had some issues, so he couldn't walk or talk or anything. So I mostly played games with either just my mom or I played games with other people, but, like, none of them were what you would consider sore losers. Maybe because I know you have a sibling. Maybe things were, like, cutthroat, or maybe your parents.
Oh, it
were
was.
Like,
but
Not only
Monopoly.
did I have
Monopoly.
a sibling, I had a father, dad, whatever you want to call him, that was just as
Shitty
competitive.
male.
Yeah, shitty male that was just as competitive as that female fucking sister of mine.
yeah, and that's what I was
So
gonna say.
it was hell.
She, his daughter will play with us when it comes to, Mario Party, but sometimes she gets
mad.
mad, or
Yeah.
it gets
That's
it's like
fun.
she makes me not like it, but it's like I have to understand that sometimes we go to her mom's house, which there's no incorrect way. I don't think there's, I'm not trying to cross wires, I'm not trying to whatever, but I've heard her, I'm gonna say stepdad, even though they're not legally married. I will be like, oh, I don't care, cutthroat, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'll pick up the
I'll
controller
still
while I'm in
start-
the bathroom.
And it's like, like I'll sit there and I'll still start, and it's like, as a person who, like, has 2 children, and technically I'm in the lives of 3, I feel it's incorrect because you're supposed to be a little softer on kids because, like, they're kids, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, if I have a choice between to steal a star or to steal something, a big accomplishment between her and him, I'm gonna choose him.
I don't know. I'd choose Amy sometimes. I mean,
Listen, let's come on.
Either way,
Let's
Very hurt. No,
I
I'm just
think
kidding.
obviously some people maybe be like, oh yeah, fuck board games because I grew up around. It's kind of like dogs.
no, I
But
agree.
yeah,
let's move. You got to draw the next one.
Oh, okay.
Listen, what will be the next hot topic?
So watching a TV show, like, would you rather watch a TV show or watch a movie? Like,
Oh shit! So you'll go first.
me?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we'll go around and then back to me. So, like, you remember, this is hot, quick topic.
That's difficult because, like,
Yes, the trash can.
That's difficult, motherfucker. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I feel like you have to do a lot of bleeping because this is going to be upon a YouTube.
No, we're not monetized.
We don't bleep.
We don't blame shit, bitch.
Okay.
We go with it.
My bad. Just kidding. I was about to say Mother Fisher.
I'm sorry about your editing, Grandma, because you're the best. Nah, it'd be a fucking shit show.
I personally will go with TV show because
Oh, look, they're both looking at you. They're really interested in this. This is
I'm
a good
getting
one.
patronized from Weston.
No, I'm
Grandma's over there
curious.
too. She.
The reason why is because this. As a person who, I'm not even a fucking ashamed, I grew up reading a series, not very popularized, so none of you probably are going to know what I'm talking about. Nobody going to know. It was called The Chronicles of Vladimir Todd. Love it. Oh my God, wanted to just, I don't know. Anyway, it's about a half human, half vampire, either way.
I was fixing to ask if it was about a half human, half vampire.
If you
because
fucking know what I'm talking about, I will blow my brains out.
I've heard of it, but I have not read it.
It is delicious. I love it. It's good.
Okay, this is sickening. It's delicious.
It's so good. Either way, it was kind of like Twilight without all of the I need Edward, like without all the relationship stuff, because he was a quirky teenager, whatever. That's not the point. The point is that
He was real skinny and looked like Harry Potter. Am I right?
What is this again?
I seen Wes over there. He was clicking. He was clicking.
Chronicles of Vladimir Todd. It's by an author. I think her name was Stephanie Meyer, but now she's
bitch's
transitioned.
ears.
Her name is Zach.
This bitch's ears is ringing because her shit's finally getting talked. Shit's finally getting talked about, bro.
Oh,
Do
yes.
you see the cover of the book?
I see multiple covers.
Okay, you understand why I like Josh, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I know exactly what
Yes.
those are.
Okay, you
read
already
them.
know Hangman's Curse, so I already want to fuck you. I'm kidding. No, seriously though, my thing is that with movies, I chose TV shows. Because with movies, there's only so much you can do. Like, there's a lot of time. But when we think about Stranger Things, which I know isn't a book, but that was not the question if it's a book or a movie. Mm-hmm. The thing is, if Stranger Things was a movie, there'd be a lot of things that were removed. There'd be a lot of details that were just...
Oh, definitely disappointment if that was the case.
Right.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
For that matter.
Right, because they want... Now, aside from the Titanic, but even then, it was only 2 hours long. If you think about shows, if done correctly, and I'm not talking about Riverdale, I'm not talking about The Fosters, I believe. I'm not talking about...
Riverdale Crash and Burn.
Yeah.
Aileen was like, new season's coming out. I'm so excited. I'm like, fuck that
I haven't
show.
watched it since...
Anyways.
I don't even know if third
Superpowers
season.
now.
Yeah.
Side note. Go ahead. Anyways.
But
come on,
either
finish
way,
up.
with TV shows, if done correctly, so like Stranger Things and... Ozark. Yes, we haven't finished it, so I'm really sorry. But which is funny. I introduced you guys to that, and then you
It's
guys
okay.
watch
I'll
it.
bitch at y'all later.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, with things like that, you can add in all the details. You can be nitpicky, if you will. You can be specific. But I will say, though, a side note: the best movie that I've seen that was from a book to a movie adaptation.
Yeah, that's right.
Was The Perks of Being a Wallflower. The best.
Dude, look.
No.
We need you to wrap it up because Grandma's starting to get in her feels, and we don't want that because when she gets in her zone, she goes there. And
I watched that the other day, by the way.
We don't want to get her into her movie
It's
zone.
good because, again, the only thing they took out of that movie was the abortion scene. But even then, if you go to extra scenes, it's in there.
Yes.
So again,
Oh,
everything
fuck, they're vibing, Wes.
everything in that book they put in the movie. That is the best movie, and
We're
like
done.
there are too many.
And
movies.
they took out more details of the thing that happened between him and his aunt.
Yeah, they did, and I think they also took out a lot of details between his sister and his sister and her boyfriend. Because it's like, so again, there was a lot of but regardless, aside from the fact that it's got Ezra Miller in it, who I really wanted to bang really hard, and now I find out he's a scumbag, so fuck him, I guess. Really,
That's
Oh, he's
for another
trash. It's
show.
okay. You can like
Yeah.
him. He's
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah. So again, I will say shows because there's just so many details and there's so many things that they can do, and they can do, like, again, Friends, even though it's shitty, very shitty actually, and okay, that 70s show, my absolute favorite show ever. They couldn't have done that in a movie, really. They probably would have butchered it. They probably would have reduced it so much so. So, in my opinion, yeah, I believe that shows are where it's at because you can do so much. Because even if you're like, oh, we have so little time, we can spread out through seasons as long as, you know, the channel that we're, you know,
contracted through allows us to continue doing seasons.
will allow us to do more seasons. So yeah, it's going to be shows for me.
All right, what about you, Grandma? What's up?
I also prefer
fuck.
shows, and the reason for that is a lot of what Chrissy hit on.
Yeah, she went pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, like she took a lot of my words right out of my mouth. But
Sorry.
I mean, no, you're good, because I had more to say on it too. Like, when I sit down to watch something, like we'll take a movie for example. I can't think of one off the top of my head right now, but just like I'll be so hyped for a movie. I've got one because he fucking hates it and he refuses to watch it. X. It's an A24 movie.
We ain't got time for that soapbox.
Yeah. When I finished X, it was fucking incredible, and I loved it, and I'm obsessed with it, and I need more. But I can't have more right now because it's just a movie.
But you're getting more, though.
I am going to get more but it's a prequel.
It's okay. You'll just get wrapped up in the next shitty A24 movie. That's what they do to you.
I know. We can save that for another day.
Talked about, so I'm shitting on my head.
It's just a movie that you can later we can like. I think I've heard of it. I'm not sure exactly, but
Yeah.
it's not. You can't.
I'm not
go.
satisfied with a movie.
Right.
With a TV series. Now, sometimes I'm not satisfied with those either. Like, there's been a couple of shows that I've started, like Manifest. I started that, and it was really good, but then I found out that it got canceled, and I'm like, and it kind of puts a sour taste in my mouth. And, like, I found out, too, that, like, nothing ever really gets resolved from where it got canceled, and so I just quit watching that show.
Yeah, because there's no resolution.
Exactly.
Yeah, why would you? Yeah.
Right.
Or
But
anything,
something like Stranger Things, like, there will eventually be a conclusion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also, like, another thing I think, though, is that, like, I guess comparing things to Stranger Things is a little mean.
No, not really, because Stranger Things is like the pinnacle.
What was Grandma's pick again?
Yeah,
It's TV shows.
Yeah,
Shows? Okay. So, hang on. All right, real quick.
No, you
We got recap here. We got
TV shows.
TV show.
I haven't went yet.
You haven't went yet. Okay, I'm going to go. I'll make this quick for Josh here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with movies, and I'm going to use the simple argument is I can do it. I don't know how many of us can do it in the room, but I guarantee you can name more movies that you were, more TV shows that you were probably disappointed in than you were movies that you probably seen, because
I respect that.
My thing is, the thing is, like, you watch a movie, yeah, it's going to suck, but then it's like, you watch a TV show, though, you invest so much more in the TV show, and when it, like, just starts to go downhill, whether it's like at the very first or like 10 seasons in, it sucks.
Dead. It's about The Walking Dead. Do they break your heart?
Oh, okay, no,
not The Walking Dead.
How did you? No, that was crazy. Okay,
not just The Walking Dead. Okay, I mean I can name other shows.
It took a dive off the really deep
I can
end.
also, because again, back in the day when the writers' strike was going on, two TV shows, Kyle XY and Moonlight.
Yeah.
Just decap.
Well, I mean, so like I was thinking, since it took so long, we should just wrap it up with this one.
We can,
and anyways, because like we'll go another 45 if we don't. But yeah, finish what you're saying.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with TV. I mean not TV. I'm gonna go with movies. I like movies more than TV shows.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go with movies as well. It's a split decision here, 2 and 2, because I think like there's big production in movies. Even though now we're seeing like in 2022, we're seeing. I seen like it was like I think like $4.26 million on the new Lord of the Rings series, and it's like more than even the series of movies were. And so I think we'll see more production, but that doesn't mean that the show is going to be good.
It lies in the writing.
And I think like we can name plenty of movies. Small Soldiers. We can name like fucking Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. All those movies I would watch over and over again. And so
I agree.
Like I think that like I said, production value is is one thing, but also the rewatchability of movies versus TV shows is a thing that I think
But also, as you were just saying, I think that is the only reason why the show that you're talking about got so much more money is because the movies were so successful. So when it comes to movies, they're like, But since they already knew the movies were, they're like, yeah, sure, here, we're just going to throw everything at you. So that makes it an unfair advantage for the show versus the movies because maybe they didn't get as much
true.
because.
But that's not every series.
Right.
So, like, the question is, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, in this case, the chicken came before the egg of the show for Lord of the Rings, which I'm kind of excited to watch it myself because I don't really know. I mean, who knows if it's going to be good or not? It might be garbage. But I know those movies are fucking good. So that's my point. My point is, you see some movies that are real stinkers sometimes, but like you also see shows that are. But more in my experience, shows come and go, dude. They fail.
I mean, maybe this could be a topic for a later time. My only question is, I know that you've read at least one book, maybe two, whatever, of The Hobbit.
I know The Hobbit is one book, and I read the whole thing.
Right. In terms of The Hobbit, did the Hobbit franchise let you down in terms of the movie versus like the books you read it at a young age? And
It's
like,
always probably going to. It's not going to be to the T. But I read it so long ago, I don't remember.
Wallflower. It's the only reason I will say, and I'm pretty sure Jessica knows this because she's like me. You research that shit is because I really want to say that the writer of that book was his first name was Steve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steven with a PH.
Yeah, and his last name was something.
Stefan.
It was something weird that I can't pronounce. But either way, the only reason why the movie is as good as the book is because he didn't just sell the rights to somebody to produce. He was like, "No, I'm gonna be a part of this. You're gonna do it the way I want you."
And he was there every fucking day.
Every day, he made
I thought we had lost Grandma. She's like every fucking day.
So again, I feel that if most writers did that and didn't just
Stephen Chbosky.
Thank you, Chbosky. I knew it was a weird.
Ciabatta bread. I love it.
Yeah. So I feel like if most people, so Brewer actually, Heather Brewer was the writer of the Vladimir Todd Chronicles, but his name now is Zach Brewer. He is transitioning. He's a male now, I believe, from my understanding. I don't really see much about them because they removed themselves from the internet because of negative things, and they were like, "Hey, look, I feel this would be better on my mental health." But either way, I'm not trying to disrespect them. But either way, I love that book. I grew up with it. I first discovered that book when I was in 8th grade, and the first book I read was called 8th Grade Bites. So essentially, I grew up with Vlad, but unfortunately, I didn't discover this until well after, because I was married, whatever. Until well after that, Vlad was apparently a couple of years older than me. But that's not the point. The point is that if Zach wanted to make a movie, I feel like if they were to be a part of it, they could do no wrong because they're the artist, they are the writer, they are the creator of Vladimir himself. There could be no issues. I feel like if most writers did that, it'd be great. And too many people don't do that, or they're dead and can't do that.
That's something that we're missing.
But with that being said, that wraps up another trash can.
We're back, baby.
So we're back.
We'll be bringing more.
Yeah. What do you got to say about it, Wes? Come on, man. Give us an outro.
I mean,
video went down.
Video went down. We're gonna come back stronger. Second episode, fix some issues, hopefully,
And we'll be back.
and we'll be back, guys.